Shit. Hmm. Settings. What's up, Opus? Anything good? How are you and Chuckster doing? Yeah, I was supposed to be up around 3, but kind of waiting for mainly to pop off, and he kept going and going and going. He was like the Energizer Bunny. Doing all right. Kind of had a shitty day. Had my yeah. I'm the type of person that will work on my car, and no matter what it is. And my kids actually worked on the car, and it was just one of those days where you think about it, and you're like, cold day, and how I would have my kids work on my car, but they did. After I hit that dog, dude, I freaking demolished underneath my car. Demolished my mindset too, but the computer from my car was hanging down, dragging across the ground, and I mean, it was bad. I didn't realize it was that bad, but it's just one of those days. My son broke up with his girlfriend today, and just worried about him, of course. Young love, first girlfriend, you know. Should I still go through that now? But I'm trying to stay positive. You did hear I squashed a car, right? Or a dog. Worst thing ever. Yeah, even the owners of the dog were like, it's not your fault. They shouldn't have been in the road. I only hit one of them, but if I would have took a different road, or you know, if I would have done something, if I didn't go to Taco Bell, or if I didn't, you know, if I would have just went home instead of going to the bank. So many different scenarios. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, I guess. I'm trying to get everything packed up so I can get it out tomorrow. Yeah, I've hit, well, let me take that back. I've hit one person, but 3 others hit me all on bicycles. And it was so much easier hitting a person than it was that animal. Demented and fucked up, probably. But yep, great Scott. Yeah, they say God only throws things at you that you can handle. He can stop now. Got it up on my plate. How's great Scott doing? I don't do anything to the universe. uh, I understand what you're saying though. It's just it's hard to take in. You know, that's all. Never hit a dog before either. You know, that's of course I'm a dog lover. And, it took me 4 hours to find the staple gun. 4 hours. I knew I seen it somewhere, but I found it. Ugh. Did you guys have a good 4th of July? Hopefully. Barbecues and cornhole and you guys rather come up, you're more than welcome to. Make good money today? You should have, huh? A lot of tourists running around. It was hot there though, wasn't it? Or it was like 97 or something. Really? I just won't let anybody in that's not invited. That's all. Kind of done with all the negative bullshit that's been going on. Can't believe Hillbilly won all 3 spots in that one race. That was crazy. I already wearing the CPAP. I gotta call the neurologist tomorrow. Yay! Changing the stripes, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. What's happening, man?
Just doing some packaging. That's all. What's up, Cat 511? Yeah, that was a good win. You won that kookaburra.
Yo, Cap, what's up?
I actually won a few races last night. It was kind of good, but I spent a lot of money on last night too. Defeated my purpose of being doing races.
Purpose, have fun.
Yeah, yes and no. You know, I didn't want to spend as much as I did, but I did, and I can't do anything about it now. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. My one LCS wants this walker. Um,
Oh, the slab?
yeah, the 38.
Nice.
But I'd rather somebody in the community have it than because he's going to give it to or sell it to a collector and make like $25 off of it. But whatever, it is what it is.
How's Chuck doing, Opus, and what's up, Cap? Happy Independence Day. I guess a little late, but never too late.
Well, it's late for some people on the East Coast, anyways, right? Oh wait, I'm on the East Coast.
I celebrate all year round.
What are you celebrating? 420?
420, 4th of July, Independence Day, America, freedom, liberty, motherfucker. Woo!
I celebrate 420, 421, 422, 423.
419, 418.
I'm losing my mind. It took me 4 hours to find a staple gun. Now I can't find the tape.
I thought you were going to say staples.
Staple, one staple.
No, staples.
Oh
Good
no,
night,
actually,
Opus.
take care, Opus. Thanks for stopping in, mushing that like button. Still don't know where the tape is. Opus, where's the tape? Over there.
It's going to be like it's underneath the chair.
No, it's not. Well, I wouldn't be able to move the chair around. Yeah, I like get on one of these cords, like a bone cord or whatever, and I can't even move the chair. It sucks. I hate this chair. I really do. I keep saying that because it squeaks, but
48. Oh, yeah. Caps on this coast. Yep, he'll say call information. Where you left it, silly.
thanks.
Ding.
I used to ask my kids, "Where's the remote to the TV?" And the oldest, technically the stepson, but I raised him, so he's my son. He's looking at the ceiling. I said, "The remote is not on the ceiling." He's like, "Well, I don't know where it is." I said, "Neither do I. That's why we're looking for it." Genius. And he was a smart one out of all. Yeah. Yeah. Every time I need like Gorilla tape or duct tape or whatever, I have to go buy a new roll because I can't find it. So I figured I have 13 rolls laying around here. Guess what? Can't find it.
Not a one.
Not one. It so sucks. But
And as soon as you buy the roll, you find
three. No, you find 3 of them. Trust me. It's like, oh yeah, that's where I put it. After you open it, oh yeah, it's right there. Duh. It's like on top of my computer box, or the hell is that thing called? What your computer is, like the box for it. What is
tower.
that? Yeah, the tower. Thank you. I'm like, duh. Did he say call information? That'd be hilarious.
Well, there was a comedian, that guy he was the guy on the couch in Half Baked. What was his name? Old school comedian. He always talked really slow. He
White
said,
guy, right?
"Well,
What's
have
up,
to
Cons?
excuse me, I switched to Sanka." Wasn't he on old school movie? He played one of the high school teachers. Or no. That may have been a different guy. Yeah, I think it was a different guy. But yeah, this guy was really slow talking, frizzy, kind of furry hair.
He was white, right?
What's that?
He was the white guy, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. As soon as his name pops in my head, I'm like, oh yeah. But yeah, he was like, one time I lost a sock, and I called information to ask him where it was. They said it was behind the couch. I looked and it was there.
I used to do that to Shibby all the time. He's like, hey, if anybody has any questions, just ask. Where's my lost sock, Shibby? I always ask for the lost sock too. We have Dave Chappelle, Gamero Diaz.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
It doesn't sound familiar for the one that I'm thinking of.
Harlan Williams. Those are the 2 white guys. Tommy Chong.
I'm just going to type guy on the couch.
Well, I didn't put guy on couch. I just IMDb'd it.
You're not right, but the answer is Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright. Totally. That's definitely him.
Stephen Wright?
Stephen Wright. You know Stephen Wright, man. He's been around for a long time.
He's not even on the list of actors.
I don't know that he even had a line. Like the only time you heard his voice is when they read a note that he like wakes up, throws a note at him, and he goes right back to sleep. And then as they're reading it, you hear in his voice, he's like, so and so called, he's in jail. You gotta get Kenny out of jail, man.
Stephen Wright.
Yeah, the Burnham Cats.
Spelled W-R-I-T-E, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He was in Natural Born Killers?
Are you serious? There were a lot of stars in that.
Yeah, actually, I know exactly who you are, who you're talking about. Reservoir Dogs. So you married an ex murderer. I know who you're talking about now. Duh. He's an actor, producer, and writer. He's old too now.
tonight I grabbed a bunch of clips from Weird Science and what was the new one? Oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Probably quote 90% of that movie. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Cameron's so tight, if you shoved a piece of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
Yeah.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
That's not what you didn't download that, did you? That line?
Oh, I got that clip, yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah, man. Those are the classic clips. What's crazy is I'm already like thinking of clips that I can set back to back. You know, like there's one in Weird Science where Kelly LeBrock tells what's his face, to take the Ferrari, and he's like, "You want me to take the Ferrari?" And then the next clip, I want to be those guys that took the Ferrari in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the really old Ferrari, and they're sitting there and they hit that jump and they're just sitting there flying through there going, "Yeah!"
Oh, from the parking garage. I'm like, when did they take the? Yeah.
Yep. They take it for a joyride.
Yeah, Joyride. I don't know. That car would be hard to bring back. Really would.
Right?
Especially for a $5 tip.
Keep on driving.
I know people that know people. Then just kicks it down, dude. Then, no, I'm going to take the rap. Hell no, I wouldn't be taking the rap. Wipes that car down with a diaper, for God's sakes. Did you do Abe Frawlman, the Sausage King of Chicago?
I haven't gotten a whole lot off of that one. I just started. I actually kind of started at the end. I don't know. I'm kind of scattered, but I need to start at the beginning so I can just go all the way through because I know there's going to be tons of them. Yeah, I gotta, the very ending, what are you still doing here? It's over. Go home. And when the principal's on the bus and she's like, "You never smelled a real bus before. You want a gummy worm or a gummy bear? They're warm and soft. They've been in my pocket."
What about hey, what's the score? 0-0. Who's winning? The Bears.
Yeah. I was just about to grab that clip. My friend's cousin's best friends saw him passed out at 31 Flavors last night over there. Bueller.
Right?
Bueller.
Fast Times at Richmond High has a few good lines in it, too.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm telling you, he can fix it. He has an excellent set of tools. He can fix it. No way. We're fucking dead. He's going to kill it.
He's going to kill you, and then he's going to kill me. But, see, I tried to get DT to get the clip from Billy Madison because a lot of times he'll mute himself. And if he would have got the clip of, I see your lips moving, but I can't hear what you're saying. I was been physically abused of the ear. But he wouldn't do it. He doesn't like my suggestions. But he always was muting himself for the longest time, like 3 months straight. It was like muted himself like 7-8 times. It's like muted. Everybody's typing muted. Yeah. Hillbilly Samurai last night, dude, he tore it up. I ran a race. I had 3 prizes. The 3 war nickels, um, the 34 $10 bill, and this Batman gold thingy. And he won all 3 of the prizes. All 3 of them. You know?
Yeah.
It was a 20-spot race, and he won first, 10th, and 20th.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was getting 4, 5, 6 spots.
Yeah,
But yeah, he kind of tore it up last night.
that's awesome. Living the dream.
Opus won that Kookaburra. I gave away a 1932 1 peso Libertad.
Okay.
Adam, Nurse I can't say it. Newsmatic.
Cons, what's happening, man?
He won that. Reggie, do you know who Reggie Neighbors is?
Yeah.
He came in stream last night. I haven't seen him in months, like months and months and months, and he just popped in. He won the Englehart bar. Kind of wanted to keep it. I like these things, but whatever. That's what he picked. Then I got to get Frostbite out. Shelby. Cassie. Frostbite, Cassie, Coin Dude, and William E. The last 3 wanted me to hold the wallet. I hate holding wallets, and I just hate having other people's stuff here just in case.
Yeah.
But everything should go out tomorrow. Fill up the board, want to give away. I'll see Happy Chippy. Yeah, I like Reggie. I just haven't. He was here for probably a month getting into everything. I mean, he was just race after race after race, and then he just poof disappeared. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, you never know what, takes up somebody's time sometimes, but yeah, they just come back out of nowhere and they'll be like, man, shit got so hectic. Life was just crazy.
I mean, I get it. I really do. You went over at Main Lease tonight, Shelby, did you? I saw you winning.
Cool. Congrats, Shelby.
I was working, kind of. I mean, I just tried to stay low today. I worked in your stream for a little while. You were talking about something. You had the race pause for a while. It's like a 2 hours and 36 minutes, or maybe it was 1 hour and 36 minutes. It was paused.
So, because of the way that I'm streaming, it's not going to update that window unless I pretty much like have my mouse hovering on it. Like other than that, I just have to like open up the window and it takes up the whole screen.
Gotcha.
Hard
I
to
gotcha.
describe, but if I ever go out to do something like in any other part of the computer, it's just always going to freeze it. And it's like going on mute. You just forget that you did it. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, yeah. When people are like, the race froze. It's
Nice.
still going, I promise.
Take it easy, Cap. Have a good night. Oh, you got the Peace Hour set.
Clear Cap.
I was wondering what year the Indian head was. The 1 cent. Because she named off the 22 Peace Hour, 40 something Walker, I think it was, and 53 quarter. But I didn't hear the nickel or the Indian head.
That's well, Cap.
That's a decent prize, though. I mean, And it's all in a you know how you have the half dollar, the quarter, the nickel, the dime, and uh, the 1 cent, like a proof set would be in the plastic holder. Well, this one has a dollar as well. It just doesn't start at a half dollar. It starts at like a Morgan or a piece dollar you can put in there, and then the half dollar quarter. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
capital holders,
yeah.
the long ones. But yeah, I'm still trying to get a Proof 55 wheat cent, and I think it's the quarter. I need a it's the 55 quarter because somebody made a proof set and somebody won it on one of my races a while ago, and she told me to hold on to it. The main reason why she got it in my race because she wanted a sticker. But it has like the 1 cent is a Denver mint, and so is the quarter, and that just aggravates me because it shouldn't be. It should be Philadelphia. So I want to replace those two before I send it to her. I mean, they're good looking coins, but they're not right for proof set. I'll find them. Actually, Crappie Tim's supposed to send me the penny or the 1 cent. And Brian 64, he wanted like
Mhm.
$80 for the 55 quarter. It was slabbed. I would have had to break it out of a slab and put it in. It's like a capital holder. It's his anniversary year. It's really cool. I'll show you. I wish I could find more of these holders. I've had it so long it's got dust on it. Oh, I got new stickers coming in too. They should be here the 10th.
Sweet.
Well, Sticker Mule did the holographics.
That's right. Yep, yep. Now they have the coasters.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it. Trust me.
Nice.
It's not going to focus because it's transparent, but
Hocus pocus.
do this. You get the idea. You got
Yep.
the 1 cent, nickel, quarter. No, that's a half dollar. What am I doing? 1 cent, quarter, half dollar, dimes over here, and then or nickels right there, dimes right there. But I mean, it says anniversary year. God, why is my camera this bad?
There's something about that surface. It's freaking out. It's the reflective and the clear thing. So it's like trying to focus on 5 different fields.
Well, you get the idea.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's beautiful. I mean, you can tell by the color. Yeah, the setting and everything. It does look really good.
But I tried to look them up and I can't even find them, even by the serial number. It's got the serial number on here and everything.
Oh, awesome shell bean. Too cool. First stickers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it your logo? That's right there on YouTube. Right here.
I hope so. It looks good.
Who did that design?
Good question.
Because I'm having flat line racers. The design that's on the screen right now, I'm going to have them pull the Walking Liberties and the Benjamins off there. Dreadpool did it. And he's going to put. I don't really want to tell you guys, but the Hawaiian coins from before Hawaii was a state.
Yeah, you
And
told me the other day. That's right.
so it's a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
Philip the Board came up with that idea. I thought it was Henry, but it was Philip the Board. It's a good idea, you know.
Yep. I
But
love it. That's great.
for $65, he does 3 different designs. Whatever I think of, and then he comes up with 2 other ones on his own. I just told him that I'm not really into the cartoon type designs,
Right.
and so he's like, I got an idea. So, all righty, work your magic because you're better than I am. Yeah, sure, I could come up with something, but this design right here that I use all the time is I don't know if you remember Box Forge Run.
Say it again.
Box Forge Run.
No.
No, he I don't even know how to. He was in. Wow, he just bounced around in different streams. He did my design, and then I want to say he did another one, and then he passed away. So it's kind of like a tribute to him type thing. I just. He was a great guy. He was actually it was a past year. So yeah, he was battling cancer, and he never said a word about it to us. And we talked to him like frequently. But it's Charles Kelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Charles just talked to him all the time. I haven't heard from him in a while. I used to talk to him all the time on the phone, not on the phone. On the phone, that's a 5-hour tour. I actually went to. Cherie was talking to him when I went to work. I got home from work, still talking to him. Same phone call. Yeah. Like, I didn't just go there to grab something and come home. I went there and worked my shift, came home, and she was still talking to him. I want to say it was a 7-hour shift, somewhere around there. Yeah. Hey, he's a good guy. I mean, he means well. I hope he's doing well in the Philippines. I know he's got a new bride and all that kind of good stuff.
I got that clip, Shelby. I don't know if you've seen it, from Roger Rabbit. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. I tried to text Dreadpool the other day. He hasn't returned anything yet. I hope he's doing all right.
I asked about him the other day myself. I asked Bear if he's talked to him or seen him because Bear Magnetics was always on his panel.
Yeah. And
and
Shelby.
oh yeah, and Shelby. You talked to him because last I seen he had videos of his dad helping him stand and like he was by his chair. And his dad was helping him stand up, and then I haven't seen him since.
I knew there was a car wreck. That's been a little bit now, but I think he went into the hospital for something else.
See, I didn't hear about the car wreck. That had to be after the videos of him standing up, right?
I think so, yeah.
Is he doing okay, Shelby? She's like, I've talked to him, and I'm not going to tell you how he's doing. I want another Hillbilly Samurai pen. Got a different color this time.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Pepper. Yeah, good.
I'm sure nobody wants that lung pump, but
Yeah. Hey, Zach, what's up, man?
what's going on, Zach? Still not great. You know, I gave him a great idea for a design of a sticker, and he didn't run with it. Now how he's Monkey King Metals, right? You have big old apes shaking a Coinstar machine. You know how he finds all that shit in the Coinstar?
Mm-hmm.
Get him ready for tomorrow. I'll trade you. I'll go to work for you. I got to go down to downtown Detroit to meet with the neurologist. I mean, he's cool and all, but I know what he's going to be telling me. It's just something about the thought of somebody putting a straw into your brain. I know it's not a straw, but still close enough. I kind of think the medically. Is that fucked up? Probably.
What's that?
I said I kind of think out of the box. Like I gotta have two stents put in my brain. One in the cerebral, middle right cerebral, and one in the I can't think of what it was. Somewhere in the left frontal lobe. And I think like, what if they didn't cut it properly, or what if there's a little burr or something on that order? They stick that thing in there, and then I'm paralyzed or stupid for the rest of my life, and my kids are taking care of me. I don't know. I guess I think for the worst and hope for the best. I don't know. Stressed out, and that dog didn't help me either. Damn it.
Yeah. They're legitimate fears. I mean, I'm sure everybody has them going into it.
Oh, the one for my heart. Let's roll with it. I'm ready to go. I mean, my heart surgeon's a freaking rock star all day long. I don't have a problem with him. But when you're messing with my noggin, I got too much useless information. I've told you that before. Way too much useless information up there. And I want to keep it. Took me a long time to learn nothing.
What's up, the Irish Collector? Doing well, doing very well, thanks. How are you doing?
We got an Irish collector. Why don't we have a Polak collector? I'm Polish, so I can say that, I don't know. You're not invited, and I don't see a picture. I don't know who you are. I still don't know who you are. You ever see him with glasses on? That goes into a bench. Oh, there we go.
These are prescribed safety glasses. And instead of having to constantly take out my contacts and touch it with nasty, dirty hands, it's just I finally got these in, so I'm wearing them.
Might as well.
Exactly. How you doing, pizza guy?
I'm all right. Just doing what I can. Actually,
What's up, Green Scout?
packaging
Yeah,
up
I'm Mark, man.
packages.
Good to see you.
working away over there. You know, if we had a pull-out collector, that would be perfect because I know it's not politically correct, but I'm Polish. I'm like 80% Polish, so I'm okay with it. I need Polish coins. I need 2 rings made out of Polish coins, and they're expensive, dude.
Oh yeah. They have some cool designs on them.
I don't know, some, but it's mainly for my kids that have 2 coins made from their heritage, I guess. And my grandmother was born into the family of Hertz Rent-A-Car, but back in the day, she was a female, so they disowned her. She got nothing from the royalties of Hertz Rent-A-Car. Her last name was Hertz. And, I mean, we followed the tree line and the bloodline all the way down, and nothing, not a dime, because they disowned her. German women weren't. I'm looking for the word. Wanted, I should say. So she was put up for adoption. Lost all her rights.
Okay, I got one for you guys. I think both of you will remember this one. Do either one of you remember Kenny Shoes?
Kenny Shoes?
It's a shoe store.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my grandmother's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kenny Shoes ended up getting bought out by what ended up turning into Foot Locker.
Okay.
Was it? I thought it was Payless Shoes bought out Kenny, but you could be right. But wow. Now, did she get anything out of it though? Wow.
No. You know, when I was growing up, whenever we needed to get shoes, we'd go in and, you know, they get ready to ring her up, and she's like, "No, you need to go talk to my brother." And they're like, "Oh shit." Never mind, these are on the house. Going into Foot Locker, we actually went into a Foot Locker in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and the main manager of that little Foot Locker in the mall, he actually remembered my grandmother's brother. He had been with the company that long.
Oh shit!
So we got like a 10% discount. I didn't get a lot of discount, but he did us right. He did us cool.
Who are you asking? Where's your hair, Shelby?
I thought maybe it was mine because it might kind of blend in with the gray of the shirt.
What's up, Irish? I still got my hair, Shell. I just don't have a bandana on my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the long hair hippie freak.
I used to be. Then
I haven't talked to Dredd in a couple of months, Shell. When you said he was in the hospital, this is the first that I've heard anything. But I know his situation is not the most idealistic. And wish all the best for him. We're all human. We all have our own vices downfalls that we have to deal with on a daily basis. We can't just be mean to people and whatnot. I should try to send a message out and see, contact him. I'll probably do that this weekend. But if he's just getting out of the hospital, he's probably down for the count and whatnot. So,
Dude, we're here to help people, not hurt people.
exactly. No, so I ain't shaving my head. The last time I shaved my head was almost 5 years ago.
Like shave, like it's nothing, or
No.
stubble.
The stubble, I went to about half an inch.
Mm.
Well, I let a chick on my birthday cut my hair, and
Was it worth it?
then a month, not really. Yeah, a month later, I said screw it, and I asked my roommate at the time. I said, hey, do you mind if I use your clippers? He's like, yeah, just make sure you clean them. I got home that night, and he's like, you don't wear hats. Take your hat off. I said, hold on a second, let me close the door. I walked in the living room and took off the hat, and they're like, what the fuck do you do?
Where'd it go?
But I haven't had a haircut since then. I need to get it trimmed, just the ends maintained.
I haven't paid for a haircut in probably 5 years. My daughter went to cosmetology school at Paul Mitchell. She learned how to cut hair. Now I don't have to pay for them. But she doesn't even do that for a living now. That's the funny thing. She's a manager at Advance America, the loan company, paycheck loan company.
I haven't paid for a haircut in 20 years.
Have you not gotten a haircut?
I just haven't paid for one.
Oh.
I can do it myself.
Oh.
With others.
Nope.
Here.
Nope. I look all goofy. I wear a hat as it is, I can imagine.
All right, so I'll text them this week. I've been thinking about him. I just, I know he, been kind of down because after the 1K and everything, and
After what one?
Well, when they did the 1K, him and he did the 1K party. He was having at times he was having 20, 30, 40 people in the streams, and then it just kind of bottomed out. He might get 10 people, and I've seen a lot of channels. It's not just him. I've seen a lot of channels that have hit that mark, and they're barely getting 10 people. It happens.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, I used to pop in there when he was up late, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Shell was in there, but she was always sleeping, I think, and Bear was.
Bear was just getting off of work. Yeah, he was just getting off of work, and then he's wanting to crash. And
what happened? Where's Johnny Ray Highway? I haven't seen him in a while either.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a bit.
He was pushing for the 1K, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, that one video he was bitching about YouTube taking away subs or something or other, and that was the last I seen him. He was in a parking lot somewhere bitching about YouTube.
Yeah.
But I usually see him in Cincinnati. I did fall asleep a lot. They would be calling your name. They're, Shell, and nothing. We should score.
It can't be any worse than what Hoovy did the last time she went live.
I was on panel.
So
She was.
I was feeling that I had to go to bed.
She was snoring.
I woke up and she was still on. I was like, "Damn, girl!"
I'm like, I gotta go. I mean, we stayed in there for at least another hour just bullshitting, and yeah, it was bad. I thought she was just gonna lay down in bed. She ate something and she was out within minutes. That was kind of funny, but she was drinking that night too.
Hmm.
Oh, always, throwing back drinks.
No.
When we do I talk to Hoovy on a more regular basis, and we'll do like live, our private streams, and a lot of times I'm at work when they do that, so I'll just be on the panel with them. I'll have it muted and just sit there and chill with them and let them, hear them talk about coins, and do shots, and
Like EP, John Argent, and all them trolls.
yeah. Trolls will come by once in a while. Not EP as much. Mainly John, me, Uvi, and Pat.
Pat, I haven't seen Pat in a while. Pat lives like a half hour away from me. Seriously,
Yeah.
a half hour.
I don't doubt that.
Been at his house at all, or went out and met him or anything. I like Pat. Pat's a good guy. He's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah. He's busy with work and family, and like the rest of us, we all have our lives outside of YouTube.
Right.
Not everybody can always do live streams or be in chats or anything.
Or email you bitching about a giveaway win that they won. Yeah. Or post on one of your videos. Yeah.
Hey, what that quarter that you bought? No, it was the Susan B that you bought. How did that turn out to be?
I had it graded, and they wouldn't attribute it because it wasn't done by. It wasn't attributed by like Wexler or a company like that. So they didn't give me the designation on it. They just put it as it was a wide rim, right? Yeah, it was a wide rim.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all they put it as. Yeah, it was definitely doubled, dude. Definitely doubled. That's like I don't know who to send this freaking nickel to. Did I show you this nickel, Grace Scott?
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell to send it to. Huh?
What nickel? I didn't see no nickel.
Hold on.
Nickel.
Yeah, I gotta plug my scope back in. I was trying to rewire it. Hidden or not hidden. Did you see Hidden's trade dollar set? Holy
Dude, yeah.
Oh yes! Oh my god! Yes, I saw that.
He did.
Of course I saw that. Dude,
That was amazing.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
all of those things were at least XF condition.
Oh, easy, if not better.
Easy. Yeah.
I remember when
I'll give Hayden credit. I'll give Hayden credit on that. And I talk to I'll periodically talk to him. Throughout it's not all the time, but maybe a couple months at a time. And I have his number, and so I texted. I was over on another channel, and the person was selling a 1942 Walker proof.
Oh wow,
But
really?
legit, yeah. So I looked it
$7,800.
up. No, no, it went for 60.
$60?
Yeah. No offense. The only reason why I didn't go any above $60 is because of the simple fact that there, I just I couldn't see it. I could see it possibly being fake. That's my biggest thing was,
It's a
you
good
know,
possibility. It's a good possibility. Yeah, there was
that's the only.
Mexico.
I
They
was willing to go 100 because based off what I was seeing, I'd say at least MS60, if not MS63.
what year?
42?
42. That would have been Philadelphia. 63.
Yeah, $600.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Only
like I said, that my biggest thing was is that thing was going to be a fake coin, and I just couldn't go above $60 without really being positive that it was real.
It's hard to pounce on those. You know, it's too good. You're just like, it's too good. It can't be. I can't
Yeah.
afford to just throw money away and take a chance or a gamble, or I'd be at the casinos right now. But oh
Mhm.
my God, if it is, but it would be too good to be true. It would be a story for the ages, you know?
Well, I've got the one that's on my avatar, and I've told Gray Scott about this one. That one right there, I found on a Coinstar. That is a DDO and a repunch mint mark. The date and Liberty are both doubled. All right, and that mint mark is punched twice.
69S. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it like?
But
Is it? Go ahead. I was wondering if it like was strong doubling. If it was like pushed to the west, everything was pushed to the west, or is it just fat?
I think it's pushed to. I want to say what the mint the mint mark is to the northwest, and based off what I'm seeing as die markers for the date and Liberty, is exactly what the DDO for the 69 is supposed to look like. Excuse me.
The DVO, huh?
Yeah. So like Rob finds treasure, you know, when he does his penny hunts and he's always pulling out the 69S's, trying to find the DDO.
Right.
I found that one on Coinstar. I even emailed the picture of this coin to Rob. Never got a response.
Huh.
I've emailed it to CoinOp and JB Coin. No responses. And the only other people that I would actually send it to would be probably live Q&A.
What about
After
EP?
that, if I don't, I've shown it to EP.
What did he say?
He thinks it's questionable.
See, he's my first go-to, and then I'll go to Robert Lawson, and then. But I haven't sent this one to anybody yet. Well, the 69 DDO FS 101 in brown. That looks brown to me, correct?
Yeah.
MS60. What grade are you giving it? Up you.
I'd say except the AU.
Okay, it's because it only goes to MS60, I think. And that's $29,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might be able to pull it great.
I'll put it this way. That's not the only. It's not the only one that I need to have, like you said, Wexler or someone attribute it as being a legit DDO. If I need to get my Merc time.
You're
My
looking at
1960.
if it's AU, you're looking at like 14.5 at AU 50.
Still,
Hey, $14,000 for a
Still.
freaking penny? Come on. I wouldn't,
right?
I wouldn't fucking cry over that. Hell no. I have the
And I found for free.
repunchment mark on the 70S going to the West. I actually bought it from Robert Lawson. It was in a set, and he didn't know it. That was one he didn't go through. And when he says they're unsearched, they're searched. He fucking cherry picks everything. I was showing you that freaking nickel.
But piece of guy, I have a 1916 Philly Merc dime that's showing doubling on Liberty, the motto, the date.
Okay, where is it? Put it up.
It's in my collection.
Let's look. Show and tell. Where'd you get that? Oh, you got that. You got that from your LCS. It was a like junk silver thing, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I bought that from a YouTube channel for $30.
Nice.
Wasn't me.
No. Someone you know, though.
I don't know anybody. Well, okay.
I'll put it in a private for you.
Come on, focus. I tore this thing apart. Cajun told me I could rewire it, and maybe I shouldn't have listened to Cajun. I didn't put the wires back together yet. Come on, Roger, get with the program. What am I doing?
I'll just put it this way: if it is a legit DDO, it'll be a first of its kind.
All right, I'm gonna have to work on this thing. Private chat.
Because even in the cherry pickers guide, the first DDO is not until 1928.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. Huh.
And I don't even have a cherry picker's guide.
Well, nobody does right now. Bullshit.
Old cherry picker's guide, I wouldn't mind with an old one.
It's just bothers me that
Yeah.
why can't they get this thing together? I have to rewire the scope, and I also have to rewire my air conditioner. My switch went bad in my air conditioner. I'm not happy about that because I just soldered the damn thing together last year. Worked great. I'm not cheap either. I'd go out and buy a new one if I didn't know how to fix it. Trust me.
The one that I have, actually, Grace Scott's the one that told me about it.
What?
The little pluggable scope.
Oh,
The pluggables. Is that what Rob Pine Treasures advertises on his site. It's gray
Yeah.
with the gray wheel on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The same one that Rob has, the same one that EP has.
I had one of those. I think I gave it to Charles Kelly, actually. I had one of those. I had another one of those 10,000 scopes, the cheap ones, the $10 ones. We gave that to somebody. I don't even know who we gave it to. I went and bought the same thing Big Flip has. The Omni or Opto, whatever. I don't know. It's got the stick and whatever. Puzzles. What are you watching me work on my scope, Muscle Shell?
Cheers, Muscle Shell.
By the time I'm done, it's going to be
Still on Facebook? Pizza?
What's that?
I said, you still on Facebook?
I'm there, but my name's there. How often do I get on there? Not very often. But, if there's something there that I want to look at, sure. I'm in a couple of groups, like coin groups and shit like that.
I think me and you are friends on Facebook. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. Right now, I'm stabbing myself with a pair of side cutters, so I'll look in a minute. I want to get this thing back together. I don't have a soldering gun. My kid took my soldering gun home. I said, what did you need a soldering gun at your house? Well, I was working on my PS5. I said, how did you break your PS5? He's like, I got mad and I threw it against the wall. I said, oh, okay. You paid for it. It's not my problem. I'm not buying him a new one. Oh, no. How did that happen? Whoops. I should be doing this on camera. I'm just glad it's low voltage wires. They're like the size of telephone wires. You ever like cut open a phone, the little tiny wires? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all have. I mean,
Even modern computers, laptops have those tiny ass wires.
I mean, realistically, how many stupid things did you take apart that you never got back together? You open it up, you're like,
I was
shit.
for a computer company. The line that I worked on mainly was referred to as the the complete rebuild line, because it was a lot of gaming PCs, and they were most of them were like metal cases, and if they got dropped, depending on the droppage, how it got dropped, either you were replacing the top case where the keypad's at, and then when you did have to replace that, you had to take out every component off that top case just to get to the keypad, and that was like 80, 85 screws. And if it was closed and got dropped and the screen got damaged, that was 125 screws from top to bottom.
Dang.
Oh, hell no. It was like your camera was unplugged.
Me and one other person on the line could do a full rebuild from top to bottom. And he had it down to like 11 minutes. I was 1 minute behind him.
Nope. I'd be like, buy a new one. This one's broken.
Let's see if
My dad taught us to, if we can't fix it, then buy a new one type thing. And like I said, I'm not cheap. But if I can fix it, why not, right? That's why my Ford Focus had 292,000 miles on it. And the motor didn't blow up, the transmission did.
Dang.
Yeah.
I just sent 3 pictures on Facebook Messenger to you.
Okay. Are you sure it was me, not my brother? So I don't have nothing from you. Nothing.
Are you standing in the dark
Oh, there we go.
next to your street light?
Oh, I don't know. Like for my Facebook profile?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I don't know. I have no idea. That's funny.
You're wearing a blue plaid shirt?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm holding a fish.
Yeah, it looks like it's nighttime because the street lights are on.
I was at Lincoln Park. I know what you're talking about. Yep. That eye looks suspect. I see what you're saying, though. The date as well. The 9 looks bad. Is there a split in that 9 at all?
Mm-hmm.
See, I go by the S's, like the serifs on the 9, the 6s. If there's any sort of splits, that's what I go by.
Yeah, let me. We gotta scroll back down again. Crap.
If I can.
I need to clear some of these pictures.
I did that tonight. I went through. I was trying. I have pictures of like we have Woodward Dream Cruise because back in the day everybody used to cruise Woodward, and I had pictures of cars from like older cars, but the pictures were taken in 2015, but they were on like my Google Drive pictures or some bullshit, and I have no idea. I wanted to like put them in my regular pictures, and I couldn't do it. I don't know. So I just started hacking away at everything. Everything that was blurry or doubled, gone. I told Hillbilly Samurai last night. Jack of all trades, master of one. That's pizza.
Actually, you probably get a better picture if you pull up my last live stream. Go to the 2-hour and 20-minute mark.
You went live? When was that?
Yeah. About 4 months ago.
Oh, Jesus. That wasn't when you were fighting with what's his nuts, was it? I can't remember what the guy's name was. All I remember is you were fucking pissed. You were pissed off.
Yeah, I know that was Golden Archer. Fuck that cocksucker.
If that guy was in front of
You
you,
know who?
he'd be dead. Because you were ripped. I never seen you so mad. It was unbelievable.
When someone tells you you're a fraud, they're going to expose you as a fraud, you're going to take it lightly.
What did you do? What? Did you say you weren't homeless?
Yeah.
We all know better. Jesus. So you were like living in a mansion in Southern California, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I wish.
No, I'm asking how was. I don't understand how we could say that, because at that time you were in
a homeless shelter.
Was it a homeless shelter or like a halfway house type thing? I thought you
It was a
were
homeless
in like a house.
It was a it was a worker. I was in what they called the worker dorm. I wasn't in the Gen Pop area. I sent 3 more pictures. 2 of them are of a $100 bill that I'm thinking about buying.
Now you're scaring me with the general pop area because when you say that, I think of county lockup.
Yeah. So they housed like 200 men in the Gen Pop area, and I think about maybe 75 women. The building was actually used to be a farmer's market that they turned into a homeless, shelter. There's no privacy, and when he said that and told me that I was, saying I was going to be a fraud, it was the fact that he didn't know my situation. I'm a guy in my 40s. I don't have kids. I don't have a girlfriend, and I work all the time. But when I was trying to find places to rent rooms from during the whole pandemic, I applied for a job for a room for rent, and the day I turned in the application and the application fee, the guy calls me back and asked me to get vaccinated, and I'm like, no, I don't believe in it. And he's like, well, I'm not gonna let you move in then. I said, good, because you can kick rocks. I moved into a place for about 3 months before the landlord decided to kick everybody out, stating that we were all druggies and did whatever and didn't care about anybody or anything. And I'm like, dude, I'm living in an area that has no roof. It's the building used to be a barn that got turned into like a 5-bedroom place. Him and his wife lived in what is considered the basement portion of the barn, the ground level of the barn, and the daughter was like next door, and they locked me out one night and saying that I can't get in. And I'm like, no, you guys, you're not gonna leave I'm not leaving this property unless I got my stuff, and I can't go get a U-Haul to get all my stuff out of here. So, I had to call the cops, and they're like, well, you got till December to find a place. And I was constantly on the phone during breaks after I got off of work, trying to find a place to stay. Most of the people that were renting, were either vaccinated or didn't want to, rent to someone who wasn't. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I put my trust in too many people and have gotten fucked over. And so I have a lack of trust of people. I don't falsify anything. I don't lie about anything. I am very fucking truthful. My situation is my situation. I'm actually getting ready to leave this job and bounce back to California. And I yes, I hear everybody say don't go to California, but you know what? I've spent 40 years of my life making everybody else happy. It is time for me to be happy, and I will be happy when I get back to California. There's a lot of places in California outside of big towns, big cities, that I could go and rent a place from. The one blood relative that I talk to on a random basis, she knows what's going on. I just told her this about a week or so ago. that, yes, I am still planning on moving to California. And if I don't have a job by the time I get it's time to leave, I will go to a temp agency like I did when I first moved to Washington. The first week I got here, I had a job. I started the Monday after I arrived here. It's not like I can't find work.
Right. If that's what you want to do, don't let anybody else freaking tell you not to do it. I mean, California where it's, cost of living's higher. Commies run it. That's the only thing I don't like about California is the way. No, I don't think you suck, Muscle Shell. Not at all. Not the people there. It's the government there sucks. I mean, it's almost like Michigan, dude. I mean, Michigan's freaking awful. We call our governor fucking Hitler, for God's sakes. I mean, she is bad. Very bad. What's up, Snappy Chappy? Her daughter got caught vaping, okay? She shut down the sales of people buying vapes because their daughter got caught. Shut it down. Stores had a month to get rid of their stuff, and they shut it down. Well, then it had to go through courts and all kinds of shit, and they're buying vapes again. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. The government suck. I mean, the people of California, a lot of them are moving to Texas. How long is California going to be on the earth? That's what I worry about.
Okay, so I'll elaborate on that. So the fault line that everybody doesn't really understand is that what they call a slip fault line. So instead of falling off into the ocean, eventually the western portion that is the fault line, where the fault line is at, the western portion, will eventually be an archipelago. But that's not going to happen for thousands of years.
I can't say yes, I can't say no, but you say slip fault line, it could just slip right into the ocean, right?
No, the fault, that fault line is moving at a north to south and east. It's going north to south, but at the same time, it's pulling away from each other. But it's ever so slight that you don't see the reaction. It takes thousands of years for it to create. Okay, they say that the Pacific Ocean is considered the largest body of water on this planet. Okay, but even at Marianas Trench, where it's the deepest, it is going in on itself. It is actually growing smaller, but it's taking thousands of years to do so. If you look at a topographical map of the Pacific versus the Atlantic, there's a bridge line through the Atlantic that looks like a mountain range. And what it is it's actually going up and out. Okay? So it's creating that mountain range. The fault line where the lava is going, where it's pulling out of the crust, is actually creating that mountain range. So it's expanding, where the Pacific is actually shrinking.
The Pacific's drying up? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, the Pacific is not drying up. The Pacific Ocean is getting smaller because the way the fault line works is going in on itself. It's going back into the core. So we're losing land mass in the water, under the water,
because the Pacific is
going,
rising. Because
because
of the ground's dropping?
the ground is basically going back into the molten core of our planet, and is actually going back. It's eating itself away into our planet, where the Atlantic is actually growing out the planet. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years from now, the Atlantic Ocean will probably be the largest body of water. But we're looking at tens of thousands of years.
But if you're losing ground, that means it's being covered up by water in the Pacific. Correct? And with the ground dropping, the water's going to rise. It's like putting 1,500 boats in the water. The water level goes up because you're putting that mass into the water. And you're telling me that the fault line, everything's pushing down into the core of the earth?
So have you ever okay, so back when Pangea, okay, millions of years ago, okay, millions and millions and millions of years ago, when there was only one landmass, right? When things started separating, if you actually look how South America and America fit to Asia or Europe and Africa, you can literally put South America in that crook of Africa, and North America is part of Europe. That is Pangea. We've drifted apart from those continents.
So, what does that have to do with the fault line of California?
And because the fault lines, the what they refer to as the Pacific Ring of Fire, is literally fault lines. All the volcanoes and everything along. If you look at a map of all the volcanoes and everything around the Pacific, along the western portion of North America and South America and eastern portions of Asia and the islands in Australia, there are thousands upon thousands of volcanoes and fault. There's the way the tectonic plates are positioned and the way they react and how they separate and how they move against each other or away from each other. It's like just like in Kentucky in the Midwest, what is considered the Midwest, okay, with Kentucky and Indiana, okay, there's a supposed fault line that is active, and I'm like, and I looked up the last active time that fault line was, and that was in the 1880s. The New Madrid fault line, which runs east to west in that area, is the last time it had a major seismic reaction was in 1880.
Yeah, but that area isn't getting the same earthquakes as California gets and the western.
Exactly. Because of the way the fault line is on the western portion of the United States that run through basically the tectonic plate that makes the San Andreas fault line, okay, is in between the Sierra Madre Mountains. It runs right down the middle. If you look at a map of California, you got the Rockies on the eastern border, okay, and then you have the Sierra Nevadas that run two lines all the way up, okay. That is the fault line.
I would have to actually look at a map, but You're still not explaining how it's going to be thousands of years before this kind of stuff happens. So why are all these people? Is the media telling these people, "Oh, we're going to fall in the ocean," or why are they bailing?
It's people thinking that the fault line is gonna. Okay, so remember that tsunami that happened, let's say over 10 years ago in the Indian Ocean?
Uh-huh.
In the Indian Ocean. Okay, what happened is that a portion of in the water, a portion of that plate that makes the Indian Ocean area plate, okay, shot up a half a mile, okay? And when it shot up a half a mile in a split second, that's what caused the tsunami to actually happen, okay? The fault line in California is not similar to that. There are several different types of fault lines. The California fault line, the San Fernando fault line, okay, is a slip fault line. So basically, it is basically rubbing against each other, north to south. Okay, but at the same time, it is separating to the westward side. So, in thousands of years, as that progression goes, it's going to increase that space. And yes, California is going to, in a sense, be broken, but it's not going to fall into the ocean like everybody thinks it's going to. It's going to create an archipelago like the Florida Keys, like Alaska.
Not with the water rising in the Pacific. Not if everything's dropping and the water's going up. There won't be islands. That's what you're saying. It's going to break off and it's going to be its own island. They're going to call it California Raisin Group or whatever. No,
yeah,
I mean,
have you seen the San Francisco Bay, the actual bay? There's a knob, which actually is Oakland. Okay, the knob of that creates San Francisco is Oakland. Okay. Uh-huh. That knob eventually will be farther north and into the Pacific Ocean than where it's currently at, but not for thousands of years.
But it's not that far above sea level. I still think that it's just going to all drop into the water. There's not going to be. There's too much water. The water is too high for that to stay upright.
Look at the fault. But you're only taking the fault line as is. You're not all. You also have to take in consideration the volcanic actions. So when things start breaking and things start moving and things start separating, more land mass is going to actually create based off how big that rip becomes. Because you're only looking at it as a fault line. You have to understand that the fault lines are where the plates meet, and underneath those plates, okay, is active volcanic, or magma, the magma core.
And what happened in India could happen right there in California, and you have no islands. If you have a tsunami in California and the water level is going to be too high for it to come back down to have islands. That's my belief. I just think that California is not that far above sea level.
The fault line is going to the northwest. Okay, so if a tsunami happens, it's going east. It's going westward toward the east. It's going to hit Asia. It's going
going
to take a
from
while.
the east. It's going to be from the east.
No. If something drastic happens with the San Andreas fault line, okay,
Mm-hmm.
any water reaction is gonna go on the western side of the state, is gonna go eastward or westward, okay, towards the east of Asia.
Okay, now that makes a little more sense because you were saying east, and going east is like towards me from
No, you're thinking from the
like
west going east. No, I'm saying west going west to the eastern side of Asia. Okay, when that tsunami hit the islands of Singapore and all those South Pacific islands, actually California and parts of Mexico and some of South America actually saw slight, not as much, but a slight, a slight tsunami, if you would say, like a giant ripple in the water. Okay. But by the time it got to us, it wasn't enough to cause damage.
okay, that one didn't. But what if the plates, like you say, that happened in the Indian Ocean, happened by California? You guys are fucked.
Now, well, because the way the tectonic plates are positioned here on the western side of the United States, any type of reaction is going to go towards
Asia,
is going to go
that's
west
what you're saying.
to Asia. Yes,
But
you're not
regardless,
going to see anything.
regardless if
You're not going to see.
they're going to go, if they go up, they're going to go both ways. Let's say it is sitting 300 yards off of the coast of California. If those plates shoot up like it did in the Indian Ocean, it's going to go both ways. It's not just going to go one way. It's going to go
But the
both
plate
ways.
is not that far into the ocean.
I was being hypothetical a little bit. I don't know how far they are off the.
I get what you say. Yes, if say there was a break in the crust, off the, say 50 miles off the coast of, North America, the United States. Okay. Yes, depending on what happens when that break happens, yes, there's going to be a reaction in both directions. Okay.
Okay.
It
And
all depends on how big of a reaction. And California is a good majority of that. It depends on where that break happens, depends on where the most devastation is going to take place.
Like,
If it
where are you getting your information from? From scientists, or this is your own theory? I'm asking. I don't know much about this.
From books. I've been a science nerd since I was a kid. I read books, looked at tectonic plates and whatnot. When I did California, when I was in grade school, we actually had to do a California report. All right. One of the things that I covered was the tectonic plates. The tectonic plate for California, for the Pacific portion of California, right, is actually in the middle of the state, based off where the San Andreas Mountains are at. That is the fault line.
Now the same.
Hey, nobody's at fault Nobody's at fault. Let's not blame anybody. Let's keep it peaceful. Calm down.
It's all about the line. It's great, Scott. It's all about the line.
Hey.
He's not sharing.
Hey, his line is bigger than mine.
Oh.
I like this debate. It's good.
Mom, his line is bigger than mine.
He's picking on me.
I put
He's
more
doing
money
too
in on
big of
it.
a word.
I put more money on it.
But I will say this for you East Coasters, and when I say East Coasters, I mean anything east of the Mississippi, because anything west of the Mississippi is considered technically the Midwest. Anything east of the Mississippi, which is Kentucky, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, Michigan,
Louisiana's
Wisconsin.
whoa. Louisiana's east of the Mississippi River? Is that what you just said?
No, that actually no. Okay, I'm mistake. I was wrong on that one. That one is on the western side.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
holy cow, they moved it?
But
I'm looking
look, okay.
at a map right now.
But here's another thing, and I'm gonna throw this one out to Shell. Okay, and it is nothing against Shelby or anybody that is from back there. Okay, I am just a man of science. Okay, all right, but no offense, Kentucky is not a southern state. They are north of the Mason-Dixon line. And if you look at a map, the Mason-Dixon line is only broken at Missouri, Nevada, and California.
I'm looking right now. Kingsport.
If you look,
If you go straight across,
the Mason-Dixon line is basically the Kentucky and Tennessee border.
right? That's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Okay, it goes along. So basically, it is a giant curve across the United States based off how the United States is mapped out. Okay, the Mason-Dixon line is the first time it gets broken is at Missouri, where that Missouri little boot notch is. Okay, the next time it continues. It continues. If you were to draw a straight line across that Missouri portion and cut Missouri off at that portion and give it to say Arkansas, all right? Then you continue and you go through. It goes through Kansas and Oklahoma. It goes through Utah and Wyoming, Arizona and Utah, and Wyoming, Colorado, or not Wyoming, but Colorado.
So why? Okay, you say north and south from the Mason-Dixon line.
Kentucky is considered a southern state back in the Civil War because they were more into. They had more plantations because of the tobacco fields and hemp. All right, that they didn't want to give up their rights to slavery. Okay, they wanted to be part of the southern states.
I don't know. The Mason-Dixon line just completely irks me because for one, what was the whole purpose? I know we were one country, but back in the day we were divided by north-south BS. But I don't know. Why is it still there? That's my whole point. Why would you still have a so-called line that who drew going across our glorious country, ran by our wonderful leaders? Who?
Exactly. Supposedly the founding fathers, the people that mapped out the states.
We don't have a big enough pencil to erase it?
I guess not.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we're one
I
big
get
fucking
it.
country that we shouldn't be worrying about north-south fucking bullshit. I mean, that's just my
Exactly.
opinion,
I
and,
agree.
and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly.
That's my belief too. But them tearing down all these statues of our history is completely wrong. Completely
Yeah,
wrong.
I agree. And now I will say this: when we were having these issues with the Civil War, the North versus the South, the South wanting slavery, the North not wanting slavery, so on and so on and so on. All right, the South had the Confederate flag. All right, and now everybody's like, "Oh, that's the sign for slavery." No, that was the sign for them wanting to be a different portion. They wanted to basically succeed from the United States and be a separate country. So the northern port, anything north of the Mason-Dixon line, was supposed to be the Northern America. Okay, where the South wanted to be the Confederate States of America.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I think
And I agree that the statues and our history being eradicated because of cancel culture is a bunch of BS.
I think
Because
if you want to apply that flag,
yeah,
it doesn't make you a racist or anything. It's a piece of history. It's something that happened that people nowadays can't fucking change it. We can't change what happened with what our ancestors did. Not at all.
Nope.
And why are they trying to do this by ripping down statues and saying you can't have this on your car? What would Bolingbroke do without the freaking generally Confederate flag on top of it? I mean, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to be funny, guys. Come on.
I agree with you. Hey, I'll give you. Exactly. I'll put it this way. So, when I was living back in Kentucky and Indiana, all right, my dad's friend one night called me up and said, "Hey, you want to go down to Kentucky with us?" And I said, "Sure." He was going to go pick up a car, look at a car, and possibly buy it for his daughter. All right. We rolled down at he picked me up at 9:00. We get there. I swear to you, I'm in Hazard in Harlan County, Kentucky. I'm in the heart of East Kentucky. And Shelby can vouch for this one if she's awake. All right. If you're not part of that portion of that state and you're an outsider, you best know someone in that area that can vouch for you. Because I went down there, we got there at 2:00 in the morning. All right. This guy's mom wakes up, makes home country breakfast. Okay, ham, bacon, eggs, the full nine. Okay, all right, at 2:00 in the morning, and then we go to sleep. We wake up, we go look at the car, we come back, and one of the brothers was like, "Who wants to go forward?" And I was like, "I'll go." And I automatically thought I was just going to climb on the back of his. And they're like, "No, you can take the mom's like, no, go ahead and take so-and-so's." And so I'm like, all right. So I get on this four-wheeler. I'm doing 30 miles an hour through the hills of Hazard in Harlan County, Kentucky. And I'm trying to keep up with this guy because if I get lost, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I can't vouch for anything. I've got to show my Indiana driver's license. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to go over well. All right. So we pull up to this house, all right? And supposedly my dad's been to this place. And we walk in. Everybody's giving me the stink eye. Like, who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing here? The guy that took me there, he's like, "Here, you want beer?" And I said, "Sure." I'm drinking their beers. I didn't pay for anything. I didn't put out no money. I wasn't actually working at the time, and so I didn't have any cash on me. And so I drink like 2 beers, a couple of joints get passed around, and I was actually in trying to get a job, so I didn't smoke, so that I could pass the drug test. All right. So we get ready to leave, and I go to the guy that took me there, and I go, "Where's the picture?" He goes, "What picture?" I said, "You know what picture I'm talking about." He goes, "Oh yeah," and he points to it. All right, it's a picture of my dad. It's the very same place. Okay, and it just so happens to be above the head of the guy that owned the property. And he goes, "You know that guy?" I said, "Yeah, that's my dad." I went from I'm about ready to die in the hills of Kentucky and thrown in a mine shaft to being part of the family.
Yeah.
Blink of a heartbeat.
For one, I
And
don't
that show
think I wouldn't have went on the 4-wheeler.
Oh, dude, it was fun on the 4-wheeler, man.
But if you got lost,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, so later that day, we get back to the house. Later that day, they're like, "Hey, let's go around to all the, we'll drive around for a bit, testing out the car and that he was gonna get. It was end up being a Camaro for his daughter, and we're riding, and the mom's in the passenger seat. She goes, "Oh yeah, this is our relative. That's our relative. That's our relative." And we go past this one trailer, and it goes, "Oh yeah, that's your uncle," and they considered me like nephew. So they're like, "Yeah, that's your uncle's ex-girlfriend in a place," and he's like, "Shut up." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm literally looking at, and I'm like you just did. I'm hearing the sound of banjos playing in the background. I'm going, "Oh shit! Please don't drop me in the middle of this area. Please don't drop me in the middle of this area."
I was just going to ask you if you were related to any of these people.
No, but but my dad was best friends with the guy that took me down there at the time, and at one point they were almost brothers. They were brothers in arms in a sense.
So what you're saying is there's a possibility. There's a possibility.
Not even marriage wise. There's no possibility.
You're in the backwoods of Kentucky.
Well, true.
I thought it was bad. I was in Pennsylvania and I seen this guy driving down the road, and he had a goat in the back of his truck. A damn goat, like a dog. Like, what the fuck is that? I had to go home after that. When I was dating this chick out there, I'm like, I'm going home. I'm out of here. There's no way I'm sticking around here. A bunch of freaking hillbillies. Have you guys ever seen a goat in the back of a pickup truck like it's a dog? I mean, just standing there looking around like a dog would. Not jumping out, not doing shit. Just riding along. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah. I do. My grandmother.
Like, just about a few months ago, someone came to a garage sale, and this guy was like, looked like he was holding a kid, but he's with a woman. You would think typically the woman would be holding it. He was kind of rocking it, and I didn't realize until later that sure enough it was a baby goat he was holding. So
it was holding a kid. Is it a baby goat a kid?
Sure.
Yeah, baby goat is a kid.
Nope. What's wrong with people nowadays? Seriously. Shit.
Hold on. I will say this, okay? Growing up in Southern California, okay, I was born in Orange County, but I was raised in what we call the IE, the Inland Empire, okay? That's San Bernardino and Riverside County, the eastern portion of Orange County. Okay. Now, with that being said, my grandparents had a third of an acre of land that the house sat on. Okay. We had the front yard, the house, access to the house. Okay. There was a little it was like the junk, junk spot, the backyard, a garden section, and an animal pen on a third of an acre. I think just after I was born, my grandmother ended up losing her favorite animal, a donkey. That donkey didn't like anybody but my grandmother.
It was
We
freaking
would
you
have
at the garage sale.
I'll put it this way: during Easter,
Right.
we would get mallard duck eggs and geese eggs for Easter. You ever seen a goose egg?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not small. They're not ostrich size, but they're at least 2, if not 3, regular chicken size eggs.
It was you at the garage sale, wasn't it?
I was having to
I don't know, unless I was walking in my sleep.
So,
No, I'm talking about Great Scott. He's got a goat in his hand. He said, it looks like he's in his room or in the house, hanging out. Goats don't belong inside. They don't.
My grandmother tried we eventually had a potbelly pig. And she was trying to let it to come inside. And we had it in the backyard. We had made an animal pit, a little run pen for him. And he access to the house from the backyard went straight into the kitchen. And the kitchen was tile. That pig didn't like tile.
Well, no
It
shit.
would
You
slip
try
and
to walk
slide.
on. Yeah, no kidding. You try to walk on that little freaking hose. God. Like goddamn
That
Bambi.
pig. Oh man, we had an above ground pool. All right, huge above ground pool. And if you made a sound with a potato chip bag, especially like Cheetos, that pig would come running around that pool at a full run and sit right next to the person that's got the bag of chips. All right. And he would start, and we're like, shh. And he would sit there and he'd get quiet, and all you see is his nose going back and forth. He'd sit up. That pig he wasn't really no potbelly pig by the time we left California. He was probably his heaviest 300 pounds.
Freaking bacon in my book.
Oh, yeah. That pig lived to be, let's see, we got him, 90, 91, no, 92, 93. And that pig didn't die until 2005.
Is that a long time for a pig? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that I know of, yes. It died 6 months to the day of my grandfather passing away.
Yeah, it'd still be bacon.
I did. You really? Here's the funny thing. You know what his name was?
Don't say Porky. Don't say Porky.
Jimmy
D. Jimmy D. I'll accept that.
Jimmy D, the pig.
I have a dog, and I used to have fish. That's about farm animals that I'm getting, and I get ducks every once in a while in the backyard. But, yep, that's it. this isn't gonna work. I think Cage is smoking dope, man. I'm getting so mad at these little tiny ass wires.
Irish, dude, I would love for some fresh pork, fresh beef.
What the hell is that? Rasher.
It's a dish over there. What is rashers, Irish? Do you mind elaborating?
The thin slice of bacon.
Okay.
And how do you know this?
I just looked it up.
Oh, Google.
A quick
I'm on a
search.
phone, so I can only do one thing at a time.
I was already wondering what the hell a rasher was.
I was thinking like maybe corned beef hash, but then that's beef and that shit. Dude, I can't do this. I can't do this. Thin slice of fried bacon. Yeah. I do like bacon.
Yeah, someone was talking about candied bacon the other day. Sounds so good.
Oh.
The gas station here sells chocolate covered bacon, like jalapeno flavored and dark chocolate or white chocolate or whatever, milk chocolate. It's pretty good. It's expensive. It's like almost $4 a freaking piece, but
Oh my
it's
gosh.
pretty good. Yeah.
There's I don't know if this place is still open or not, but back when I was in California, before I moved back to Kentucky and Indiana, there's a place in San Francisco that does donuts. Okay, and they like do specialty donuts, and their most popular is a bacon maple bar.
Yeah. We got Hertz donut. Yeah, that's what they advertise.
Really, a
Yeah.
Hertz donut? A Hertz donut. That's when you punch somebody as hard as you can and say, Hertz donut.
They got one. They had
Truly
one
a
that was called the voodoo doll. And they had one that was in the shape of a person. They called the voodoo doll.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
What happened
You
to
can get pretzel. You can get pretzel sticks and stick in it.
It's nice.
And they do like all the cereals, like Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops and
Oh yeah,
Frosted
yeah.
Reggie
Yeah.
Jackson?
That voodoo one should have red jelly in it, like a raspberry jam that pours out with
It did.
static. Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it was like a purple glaze on top, but it was raspberry filled.
Sweet.
Muscle Shell comes out of nowhere with my favorite baseball player ever, Reggie Jackson. Love Reggie Jackson. Especially in the Naked Gun. When he kills the queen.
Yeah.
Must kill the queen. Must kill the queen.
Man, we had some good movies back back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, the 80s we had the Brat Pack, so like, who didn't like Molly Ringwald?
War Games.
What?
War Games.
Shall we play a game?
The Last Starfighter.
The last what?
Starfighter.
Starfighter.
Nope.
What?
Oh my god.
Sorry.
How about the Last
Right.
Navigator? Oh my god. Firestarter?
Firestarter, yeah, that was Stephen King.
What
That was
author has had more books done of their works than anybody else in movie format?
I'm gonna say Spielberg. or Spielberg wrote Star Wars, right? No, Lucas did.
Nope.
Wasn't Stephen King, right?
Yeah. King.
No.
Cat
I'm gonna list them. Hold on. Pet Cemetery.
Creepshow, Misery,
Misery.
Fly.
Christine. Shawshank Redemption. Green Mile.
God, he wrote that. He wrote the Green Mile?
Yep.
Really?
Stand By Me. Yeah, Stand By Me. No.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you got a list of them printed out, I don't think you did Stand By Me.
No. I wasn't standing over either.
Well, he had the most cameos. Oh, yeah.
Maximum Overdrive?
Oh, yeah. The
That's
pop
a Stephen
machine.
King.
Oh, yeah. Pop machine
Stephen
chucking
King.
cans at fucking the coach, right? A melon. Love
It.
that part. Yeah.
It.
I still like
And
Creepshow.
Cujo.
Here's one. Here's one.
Cujo.
There's one tying factor to every story King has ever done.
Well, I know almost every movie played a cameo in it. I know that.
No, the one tying
Yeah,
factor to, yes, I know that, but the one tying factor to 99% of King's stories
Animals.
is the Crimson King.
Crimson. Really?
Who is the Crimson King?
Mr. Petterin. He owns Petterin beer distributor in New Baltimore. He lives at Crimson. So I just kind of put 2 + 2 = 7. 04 is his address.
In it, Pennywise refers to himself as the Crimson King.
Okay.
In the Dark Tower series, which is also a Stephen King novel, it's actually 8 novels. He's the Man in Black. In The Stand, which is also a Stephen King movie.
The Stand? Yeah, it was a book. I read that book. That was fucked up.
Randall Flagg is the Crimson King.
Creepshow. Who's the Crimson King?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen Creepshow.
Oh, Creepshow was awesome. He played the farmer.
Probably
With
the Crypt Master.
Crypt Keeper, yeah. That's who I would think, anyways. But yeah, he played the farmer where the meteor lands in his property. He's like, meteor shit. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then Joe Dirt did the spoof off of that.
Yeah. Kind of. Joe, yeah. I mean, he used ketchup.
He considered it a meteorite, and then to come and find out that it was just a
frozen ball of poo.
from an airplane.
Frozen. That's a frozen ball of poo.
The peanut gives it away.
That's a space peanut. Joe Gierte.
Yeah.
Reporter in the work, sir. Don't church it up, son. You know your name's Dirt. Get rid of this car, too. We'll call it Rusty. You think this is a piece of crap? The fucking the fin falls off the car and it keeps the guard. What is it? The barricade comes down and it just stays in one piece. Did it hurt you, buddy? I love Joe Dirt. And the parents are so fucking redneck. What makes the posi traction in a Pontiac work? Nobody knows. I know I just screwed up that line, but yeah, they're living by the oil fields or wherever the hell they were.
Spade and Chris Farley. That was a comedy duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they made great movies, but
Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
Wow, you crazy
Was it? I don't think. No, Farley wasn't in. I don't think Farley was in PCU. But I know Spade was in PCU.
you're pulling these movies out of your ass. PCU.
PCU, Port Chester University, made back in the early '90s with Jeremy Levin and David Spade. There was a. Oh crap! I can see his face, but I can't remember his actor's name. They had quite a bit of big names. The biggest music people in that one was George Clinton in the Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh yeah.
Throwing a rage party at the frat house that was trying to get debanned by David Spade's little cohorts.
George Clinton's main studio and house was in Mount Clemens, Michigan, where Uncle Cracker lives. Yep. You didn't know that one, did you?
Mm-hmm.
I know right where it is. I know where Uncle Cracker lives, too.
All right, I got one for you, pizza guy.
Oh, yeah.
The song Legs.
The song what?
By ZZ Top. The song Legs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, by ZZ Top.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who that's about?
Who it's about?
Yeah. Who is that song about?
I have no idea.
One of the band members' daughter.
Really? I did not know
She's
that.
got legs. She knows how to use them.
I know the guy that's last name was Beard didn't have a beard. That was the drummer.
Yeah.
I've seen the Eliminator tour at Pine Knob.
Dude, I would love to see them.
We have a concert venue that's an outdoor. It's just a summer venue, and it's outdoors. The hill tickets were just cheap as could be, like $10, $15. I seen every concert for 2 years straight at that place. Eddie Money opened it up,
for $5.
and Bob Seger shut it down every year.
Damn.
I've seen Bob Seger 13 times.
I'd like to see him live.
Yeah, that one of the years, a friend of mine brought her 6-year-old son. One guy came running down the hill and stomped on him. Yeah, that was bad. We had to leave that year because we had to take him to the hospital. Couldn't breathe. I seen the Beastie Boys open for Run DMC there for the License for Ill tour. Yep.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And they, two out of the 3 band members are dead now?
For who?
Beastie Boys.
Really? I thought only
so.
Adam Rock died.
I thought one other died.
The one guy is Screech's brother, which is God, no, I can't think of his name.
Dustin something.
Yeah, Dustin Diamond. That's what it is. No, that's Screech's. That's Screech's name, isn't it?
Yeah, is the actor. Yeah, the actor is Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, but his brother. Now you're gonna make me Google it. Are you on this? Great Scott. You're like the Google master.
Only when things catch my attention. I'm gonna let this thing go by.
Then slice bacon.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that Screech bit.
Mike D.
You never watched Saved by the Bell?
Oh,
Mike D.
Yep.
I did too.
I want to say Ad Rock's dead. And Mike D and Adam Yauch is still alive, but I could be wrong. License to Ill is freaking like. I mean, I like Paul Boutique and Check Your Head was good, but Hello Nasty was all right too. They were good, dude. They were like really, really good.
Here's another one for you. In the song Hotel California, what band did the Eagles reference in their song?
What band did they reference in Hotel California?
Yep.
Like a lyric, or they said the name of the band?
They didn't say the actual name, but they did say something. There is a line in the song that is in reference to a band.
The Doors.
Nope. This band actually put the Eagles' name in one of their songs prior.
Holy cow. I'm trying to go through my head with the whole lyrics of Hotel California.
Eagles. Happy Chappy says Fleetwood Mac.
Nope.
Nope. Go fit.
Okay, I will pinpoint the lyric, and I'll actually say the lyric. Okay, they gathered for the feast and stabbed the beast with their steely knife.
Oh wow.
Iron Maiden wasn't out yet.
Hmm.
I'm going to say anybody that played for Ohio State.
Led Zeppelin.
Nope. Steely Dan. Steely Dan they have a lyric in one of their songs where it says, "Turn up the radio, the Eagles are on." And then the Eagles did Hotel California and put they gathered for the feast and stabbed the beast with their steely knives in reference to Steely Dan for putting them in their song.
I heard See Happy Chappy and I automatically thought Ohio State. I don't know why. Come on, work.
All right, here's another one. Okay. Sweet Home Alabama is a song was written in accordance to another artist doing another song, but not actually saying that band's the first band's name in their song.
Can I get the definition, please? This is
Okay. So Sweet Home Alabama was done in. So the origin is Neil Young, and the song is Southern Man. Okay. And Leonard Skinner heard Neil Young do that song and wrote Sweet Home Alabama, and they actually mentioned Neil Young in their song, saying the Southern man don't need him around here anymore.
But Neil Young wasn't considered Southern, was he?
Neil Young is Canadian, but he did a song called Southern Man.
Yeah, well, I know the song, yeah. Huh.
Okay. And then Leonard Skinner, in retribution to Neil, in accordance to basically saying "fuck you" to Neil Young about saying that Southern man, keep your head so on and so on. Right? They wrote their song "Sweet Home Alabama" in accordance to Southern Man.
Ooh, were they talking smack on the fucking album? That was the first like beef out on.
See, Happy Chappy knew that one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He killed that
Yeah.
one.
I think it's all about the styrofoam.
Okay, how did Led Zeppelin get their name? I mean, besides like the actual Zeppelin.
I think it's because the simple fact that the Zeppelin actually fell out of the sky and lit on fire.
Right.
They thought it was made out of lead. I could be wrong. I do like learning new knowledge.
Come on, OSU, let's go. And I will let everybody know what you can't spell without OSU as soon as you say the answer. Come on. He's sitting there going, damn it, pizza guy, you're a dick. He's right. But I got to stay positive. We already written down our answers, and I know I'm wrong.
I know I'm probably wrong.
I put OSU.
I brought my pencil. Hey, give me something to write on, man.
Hopper teacher.
You know it.
I seen the 1984 concert.
Oh, you lucky fucker.
Keith Moon named Jimmy Page wanted to name it Yardbird 2. Really? It was sync like a Led Zeppelin. No shit.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna have to Google that fact. That came from Ohio.
You can't just trust that shit.
You can give me the middle finger there, Chappie. It's okay. If I didn't rip on him, you'd think I hated him. But no.
Just let that bird fly like an eagle to sea. Fly like an
All right. What song sparked the whole PMRC and why we have the little labels parental advisory, explicit lyrics on CDs that have
what band?
considered
Two Live Crew.
Nope.
Luke Skywalker, Two Live Crew. Nope. Huh. Really?
And who started the PMRC?
I thought it was Two
back
Live
in
Crew.
the 80s.
Back in the 80s.
No, back in
I
the
think
80s.
that was just the first one to ever like get banned.
That was in Detroit too. Too Short?
No.
I'm just saying what Chappie said.
Yeah, I saw what he said.
I don't know.
You're gonna laugh. Prince.
Prince.
Or
Wow.
Darling Nikki.
Darling Nikki. Yep. I remember that. Because it was too sexual.
Because Tipper Gore was listening to the Purple Rain album with her daughter and heard that song and the line that Nikki is sitting in a hotel lobby masturbating to a magazine, flipped her lid, and she ended up fronting the PMRC. And what caused us to have parental advisory explicit lyric labels printed on our CDs now.
I was thinking Guns N' Roses getting a ring.
Nope. But I was schooled. I thought that the two most obscure ones that I thought were on the list weren't even on the list, but I think the list is adapted over the years. But back in the '80s, when it first was done, the most obscure ones that I thought were on the list were John Denver for Rocky Mountain High, because everybody considered it as being a pot smoking song.
No, he was just talking about the drum that was smashed into the screen. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And the other one for Cyndi Lauper and She Bop.
Really?
Because that song She Bop is in reference to female masturbation.
Is that why girls want to have fun?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they took the
Captain Lou Albano.
Dude, the weirdest fact that I learned not too long ago, maybe actually I learned it here, so it's within the last like 4 years, is Joe Pesci used to be the front man for Jimi Hendrix Experience. He gave it up to Hendrix. Joe Pesci, dude.
Shut up, really?
Yes, dude, yes!
He's all yelling at us.
You can see where I'm coming from. You can understand. I'm not even kidding, dude. I am. Does that not just blow your freaking mind? You're gonna look it up.
Because the thing is, because that means he's older than dirt. Because the simple fact that Hendrix got all along the Watchtower because Dylan didn't said that he did a better rendition of it. Bob Dylan originally did All Along the Watchtower, but Hendrix was the very last act to play at Woodstock, and they did they covered All Along the Watchtower, and Bob Dylan walked up to him and said, "You can have it. It is now your song." Even though they still have it on like the greatest hits and on his original albums.
Chappie thinks you're high. Are you high?
No, I'm not.
Not
I
you.
wish.
I'm sure it was Great Scott with his little Joe Pesci singing for. What was the worst thing you ever said on TV? Anybody know?
You can't do that on television.
There you know. Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night.
Little known is the fact that the two popular personalities had crossed each other's paths for a brief moment, a time before either of them gained popularity in their own professions, while they were performing in a band called Joey D and the Starlighters.
Wow. Okay.
I still think he's high.
I feel high every time I think about that fact. I'm like,
that's fucked up.
Right? What, I'm here to amuse you?
Yeah.
Comedian?
Oh, I personally can't do a Kiss song. I can't deal with Kiss. Because I heard Gene Simmons. Now listen, I heard Gene Simmons on a radio station being interviewed, and Gene Simmons said that Elvis ripped Kiss off.
What?
Straight out.
Are all you kids on dope today? Jesus.
I swear, Gene Simmons on KLOS in California, in Southern California, 95.5 KLOS, was doing an interview with Paul Stanley and him, all right, with the DJs. And they actually said if Gene Simmons says that Kiss was ripped off by Elvis, by rap, and rock, and all these other things, then I was like, yeah, I'm done with Kiss. Like if I hear Kiss, I literally will either turn it off or put another song on. I even tell my coworkers change the fucking song.
Nope.
I love Van Halen. Don't get me wrong.
Van Halen, Van Hagar, or fucking Gary Sharon. Gary Sharon destroyed that fucking band.
All right, how about this one? Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers was produced by who?
Produced? I know Anthony Kiedis was from Michigan. Possibly George Clinton. Possibly.
Nope.
I know George Clinton and Billy Idol were in a relationship. I know that.
I will say this. This guy that produced Blood Sugar Sex Magic album is one of the founding members to one of the biggest rap labels out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You see Happy
And he's white.
Rick Rubin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker. The song. All right, Chappie. What song should have never seen the light of day on that album? Because Rick Rubin is the one that found this song and told Anthony to go sing it to his bandmates. And then it ended up being one of their biggest hits.
Suck My Kiss.
Nope.
No, that wasn't that album.
Under the Bridge.
Give it away. No.
Got it right. Yep. Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
The lyrics.
Blood Sugar Sweat Magic.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Under the Bridge is on Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That song should have never been because the simple fact that song is a very personal song or lyrics that Anthony had written in a journal that Rick Rubin had found journal and read it and told Anthony to go sing it to him. And he's like, I can't do that. That is too personal. The reason why is that song is about an original band member that ended up passing on. The guy that replaced him, the guy who replaced him ended up being John Frusciante. That was the very first album John Frusciante played in the band Red Hot Chili Peppers. The original band member was Hillel Slovak.
Yep.
So the story goes is that while Anthony and Hillel were both hooked on heroin, right? Anthony went to Mexico for detox and rehab, while Hillel stayed in LA. Hillel overdosed while Anthony was away. All right. Take the lyric where it says, "Take me to a place I love, take me all the way." That is basically him saying goodbye to his buddy. The song should have never seen the light of day. Yep. Gabby had it. Hillel Slovak was, and so Flea and Hillel were buddies, and Hillel ended up being friends with Anthony. Then they all got together, and then I don't know how Chad Smith ended up being the drummer, but he ended up being the drummer. and they did their. I think there was like, I think Blood Sugar Sex Magic was either the second or third album they did, because I know that that was in the early '90s, and I think they had a couple. Either I know at least one album in the late '80s.
It was their third album.
Okay, so they had two albums prior to that album, but I know one of them was in the late '80s of Red Hot Chili Peppers. But yeah, Under the Bridge, the most notorious song of their repertoire of what really got them booming was Under the Bridge in that album. And that was also the album that Give It Away was on, where they did the video where they were standing in socks.
Yup. That was a good album. I mean, that was probably their best album.
Huh. See, I didn't know. I didn't really get into Red Hot Chili Peppers until Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Until they really blew up. So the two previous albums I didn't know anything about. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you were close there, Pizza, with Clinton producing albums.
For the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yep. Yeah, he says George Clinton produced their first albums.
I just figured Ketis is from Michigan. He's from Grand Rapids. Born and raised. So I just, oh yeah, I just Googled it. Funk musician George Clinton was hired to produce the band's second album. Freaky Styley is what it was called. Probably don't know a goddamn song on it, but yeah, George Clinton was in a relationship with Billy Idol. If nobody knew that. Yeah, kind of weird, huh? Real fucked up. But hey, guys, it is 6:15 here, and I'm gonna have to sleep sometime today. I gotta go to the freaking I can't even think what it is. Neurologist. Jesus, I almost like gynecologist. Fuck.
They still haven't figured out what they're gonna do to you?
Well, he just went over my MRI yesterday. What was yesterday? Monday. So I got to go in today and talk to him to find out what the hell. Right now, I'm looking at left frontal lobe and the middle right cerebra both need stents for blood flow and my heart. So,
well, keep us informed.
And if I hit another dog, I probably will fucking shoot myself in the head. Seriously. That was the worst thing ever, dude. Oh. You don't even
Shit happens, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it's still just shitty. Take it easy, Chappie.
Later,
guys.
Shelby Cons, Chappie, Irish Collector.
Oh, yeah, you can't spell cocksucker without OSU, by the way. Love you, Chappie. Have a great day. I gotta fuck with him every time. Dude, I got a pounding headache. Oh, I hate these headphones.